It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This team, 11-0 with everything on the line. They could have their eyes turned towards the conference championship next week, but they know they've got to take care of business today and not overlook this opponent. He said a perfect season is on the line, but we cannot get ahead of ourselves. Today is the only day that matters. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here's Sayin to throw. Out wide right, it's Jackson. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's where you take advantage.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than this late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. On the move, it's West. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Quick completion on the out. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Hey, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, and he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film. He has the answers to the test early in this game. Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Fires quickly. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Say it. A strike downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They put the brakes on it.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Hand it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
And they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. They got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Marshall. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Into the open, the 40, inside the 30, inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and there Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to establish the run. Oh, it's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
He is counting his lucky stars there. So lucky that ball went out of bounds, and they're going to maintain possession because they've got to stay in field goal range at this juncture of the game in the second half. Every play matters, and moving forward, you know this guy's going to have two hands on the ball.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Swapped immediately.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play thrown.
3rd and goal for the offense. Trying to barge their way in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Fourth down, Underwood. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. Throwing, say it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Jackson. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
From the gun on 3rd down, say it. Out wide left, it's Jackson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, #1 versus #2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
The throw to the outside is complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. Sayin from the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Sayin. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like, they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He makes a catch. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when, stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
Throwing, Underwood. They'll run the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Wolverines have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Left side is Hansen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. To the back. Might have a chance. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the extra point is good. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Parker. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Say it. Runs through, man. He might have some space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Here's some daylight. There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Right back to the well. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Saying, rushes on. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. Out wide left, it's Smith. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The completion picked up 6 yards on 1st down, now 2nd and 4. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quick give. It's Jackson. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with Kent State taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. And it's the Golden Flashes, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. The victory caps off a 6-6 regular season, and now the waiting game for a possible bowl invitation.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Play fake, say it. Right side, it's Coleman Williams. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. On the ground, it's Jackson. Crosses the 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
The Michigan offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Underwood to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They kick it away on 4th down. And football. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Underwood. Out wide right, it's Buchanan. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Run in the red zone, it's Marshall. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Hauls it in. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
And he finds this guy again on the outside. I tell you what, man, that's the matchup down here in this part of the field. You find your guy that you trust and you get him the football. He does the rest. I tell you what, I thought he was going to score for a second and get in, but now set up with this offense, first and goal in a great situation.
Underwood on the play action. Buying time to his right. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
And the D deny them on second and goal. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Sayin on the play action. Right side, it's Jackson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Finds his man. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Buckeye! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Rush right in his face. Hit as he throws. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up 2nd and long. Sets his feet. It's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Marsh. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
I've been impressed with this defense today, guys. Like, just really good job of being physical. And you've seen it show up on the defensive line with linebackers, with safeties. Everybody doing a great job filling gaps, understanding discipline, and being where they're supposed to be. Really strangled this running game for this own.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Finds his target. And he's stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're going to run it. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Throwing, Underwood. Back's got it on the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Yeah, and he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
first down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Out wide left, it's Marshall. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive. Dashes him in the middle. He now has 110 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here's Sayin to throw. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. A pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with exactly where you snags it, and there's running room. Crosses midfield. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Still looking. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Buchanan. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Here's Underwood to throw. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the fourth quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give, it's Marshall. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's 2nd and long. Wide right, it's Buchanan. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with exactly where you want to be in this one. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Turns it upfield. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
The Buckeyes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Plows his way ahead. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And It's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, third downs, get him the football. Shoot, first downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. On the run, it's Jackson. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Throw it, say it. Setting up the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And we've seen this offense, man, that they've featured the running game, and he's done a good job of making plays, breaking tackles, being a big part of it. Now, what do? Try to slide this in here. Make it look like a little bit of run. Slow down those linemen that go upfield really fast. Slip it to him. Try to make a big play. But to me, it's more about just trying to give this guy the ball in space so he can do more damage.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Turns into the pile. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Hits the hole. It's Jackson. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Running back has it. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. 9 seconds left, and they stop the clock for the final time. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one is perfect. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration of the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Underwood makes the grab. At the 35, he's got room. Ball is loose. The game may be the best rivalry in in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.